Third year in a row, Brad, where Tennessee's started fast. How do y'all find answers against this offense?
Yeah, they, this time it was the run that we just didn't quite fit right, and then we, a little bit of story of the game, right? We knew the running backs are really, really good players. We talked about how they can run through contact, they'd spin, and it showed tonight, and started on that first run there, that they broke. Those were there was three really big explosives. The run, there was the broken play, throw that we covered it early, and then he got out of the pocket to our right, and then made the throw and catch and got it down the field. Obviously, the one where Jordan fell down there for the touchdown, and then obviously a big play on third down there before the end of the half. Right there on the sideline, the bang bang play. So, but yeah, we gotta go keep fighting. I mean, I was proud of the guys. I thought they were good on the sideline. They fought. We came out of halftime. They made the big some short yardage stops. That was a big point of emphasis coming into this game, and I thought the guys responded to that. Obviously, the third down that really hurt late. Down there, if you can get them to force a field goal, right, instead of they're able to leak the back out pretty quick. Get it to him on essentially a inside seam, and create, and they end up scoring a touchdown there. If we could force a field goal, it keeps that thing a one-score game, so it's a different ball game. So they're just little plays in there we got to make, and we didn't tonight.
How do you feel your team tackled tonight?
I mean, we obviously missed too many. Again, we credit to them. We knew those ball carriers made guys miss. I thought he ran patient, between the tackles, sort of let things develop, and then, but no, we've tackled better.
Situational football was kind of a point of emphasis for the offense. What does that look like for the defense, other than just like, hey, we've got to make plays at this time? How do you try to practice that to get your guys to execute in those crunch time?
I mean, you practice those scenarios. You try to put them in those situations, and they made some on third down. I don't know what the numbers exactly were on third down. That they made some plays, and then there was a couple of crucial ones that got out. At the end of the game with the Q run, like we had it bottled up, and again, he's credit to them. He's a big Q, ran through a little crack and just was able to get the first. Again, another big play that just sort of slipped through our fingers.
You mentioned a couple explosive plays, but besides that, it felt like Milton, there were a couple times he was pumping, he wanted to go deep, but it seemed like the back end of the defense held their own for a lot of this. Was it the front seven then didn't do its job with all those checkdowns? How do you feel like the back end held up, but the front seven didn't quite do it?
Yeah, I thought the back end, other than obviously the one where we fell, and that's just an easy pitch and catch, but one was a scramble drill, or really two. The other two down the field were scramble drills. They took a couple of deep shots that, Max and Drew, I thought, did a really nice job on. And obviously that was an emphasis point going into the week. I thought those guys did a nice job of holding up. I thought, our run fits weren't necessarily the cleanest, which, was a little surprising. I thought they were, the last couple of weeks, it fitted good, but obviously when you go against an SEC line, and then you've got, patient backs like they do, it creates issues late in the down, like as the down breaks, and then it creates a vertical seam in there, and then if someone just can't make the tackle initially, then it sort of gets mushed and pushed. And but we had plays to make, and there's some calls obviously that I'd love to have back. One of them on the big pass, I'd probably should have just stayed with my initial call. Thought they saw it, so we checked out of it. But I thought the guys did a nice job for the most part, getting the signals, getting their feet in the ground. I didn't, so.
Right, kind of building off what you just said.
The opponent has put up pretty big numbers on you. What's the mindset of the team? What was it like in the locker room afterwards? Were they angry?
Yeah, they're hurting, and they listen. This group wants to be good. They want to play good football. They want to make those plays. It's nobody's going in there, wanting to miss a tackle or wanting to fall down or wanting to, but the thing is, in the game of football, and we talked about it this week, we've talked about it as a defense, it's just a couple of plays. And I think they're all hurting because they all remember the plays that they missed and that they did poor. And so, we have to find a way to get it cleaned up, and move on to next week.
You feel that Ty Bryant gave you secondary, get back in a little more juice, what we've seen?
I thought, I got to go look at the tape. I thought, Ty seemed like he played, a pretty good game. Again, I got to check all the run fits to see if he fit. It was a lot of different sort of actions there for a young guy. But obviously, from a pass game standpoint, seemed like he held up just fine.
Oh, so the team, we in great spirit. We lost 3 in a row. Like I said, we in the SEC, it's gonna happen. It's how you bounce back from what you just did. We just start day by day. Getting better. We don't, obviously we're gonna mourn the loss we had, but tomorrow's Sunday, so we're just gonna keep it in the past. And I think of it as focus on the present and what's in front of us and the next team.
Ty Bryant's had to take on a bigger role here recently. What did you see from him tonight?
I seen a lot, me as I expected. When Ty first came here in the spring, I was like, he's gonna be a baller. When he gets a chance, he's gonna take his chance, and he did. And I respect that he put his stuff on the film where the coach can be like, okay, I trust him to put him out there. Even we have like Jordan Love, if he come back, like the coach still know like, okay, I can rotate Ty Bryant in there, and I like that about him. Like he stepped up, and I feel like that's a leader behind me.
What's going on in your mind when you see the offense clicking, the passing game clicking like they did today?
You talking about our offense?
Yes.
Oh, it's great seeing that, because obviously people seeing our offense wasn't up to par, but just seeing them clicking and clicking, it's light in a tunnel for both sides. So, I like that about our offense. They were clicking and clicking and it was going.
Good. Thanks, Trevin.
What do you think the defense kind of struggled with getting off the field on some of those third downs?
I think we had them like tackled up. And they had some good running backs that kind of just slip on us a little sometimes.
How frustrating is that as a unit?
Yeah, that was frustrating. I was just talking to Trevor about it. I was like we had them, and I was just shaking my head. Wasn't nothing you really can say about it. They was the better team tonight. And they got to win.
You guys had such a great start to this season, announced 3 straight games with 30 points or more allowed. Where do you kind of feel like the confidence of the unit is right now?
Like we just said in the locker room, we just got to keep building. This league is like, you got people losing, winning every day. You don't know who's gonna win a lot. It's the league crazy. So we just got to keep building. And like Coach said, we just got to be grown man and just keep going. And we look forward to next week.
Do you think the tempo? I know that's always been. this is the 3rd year in a row you played him. Do you think you all were better equipped to handle that kind of fast pace, getting set and getting ready to play?
I think we was ready. We was set. I just think they just made a couple more plays than we did.
How hard is that tempo?
How they run it, it's tough because they run it and they just keep going. It's tough. So we just had to get our feet in the ground. I think we was equipped for it, but they just, like I said, they just made more plays than we did tonight.
Was Milton's arm as advertised? I mean, he had some impressive throws deep.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was one I just looked, just watching the ball. Yeah, he got an arm. He got a cannon.
It's like one of those old Nerf balls where he had a whistle with it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he was throwing that ball.
How nice was it to see your quarterback throwing it around the yard a little bit there, get it going?
Yeah, I was excited just to see him just get that one. Like I told him, I was like, it's gonna be that one game that you gonna do it, but we just didn't come out to win that he did it on. So we just gotta build on next week. And I know he's gonna be ready to do it again this week, so we'll be ready for that.